Hey, what's up? This is Tetsuya. Thank you as always for watching.
Today, I want to talk about a critical issue. Ishin. Stop interfering with the gasoline tax cut. As we all know, Japan is facing a mountain of problems: defense and security, healthcare, food and energy supply, and even the abduction issue. Some people are also talking about the selective married surname issue, but honestly, that's the least of our concerns. The most pressing issue, without a doubt, is economic policy. So, if you were to pick the most necessary economic policy for Japan right now, what would it be? For me, the number one answer is clear tax cuts. Right now, real wages are declining while the burden of taxes and social security contributions keeps increasing. Japan's national burden rate has exceeded 45%, meaning disposable income is shrinking. On top of that, rising prices are making things even worse. Think about it: wages are going down, but prices are going up. It's a disaster. Because of policies like this, Japan's economy has been in a constant decline. Our GDP ranking has dropped, and we've now fallen to 5th place in the world, overtaken by Germany and India. No surprise there. The biggest driver of GDP growth is consumer spending, which makes up nearly 60% of Japan's economy. But with people struggling under heavy taxes and rising costs, it's only natural that the economy keeps shrinking. So, how do we boost consumer spending? The answer is simple: permanent tax cuts. One crucial proposal came from the Democratic Party for the People (DPP), which suggested raising the so-called 1.03 million yen income wall to 1.78 million yen to match minimum wage growth. This would have been a very reasonable and effective policy. But, as we all know, Japan's deep state, or rather, the Ministry of Finance, the enemy of the people, stepped in. Through the ruling party's tax committee, they created all sorts of unnecessary restrictions, and in the end, the tax cut was watered down to a measly 20,000,030,000 per year. So, who's to blame for this failure? Well, there may be different opinions, but to me, the biggest culprit is the Japan Innovation Party Ishin. Why? Because under the leadership of Seiji Meihara, also known as the Grim Reaper, Ishin was bribed with a mere 120 billion for free high school tuition and ended up supporting the budget proposal. The current power balance in the Diet is such that the ruling coalition LDP Komeito does not have a majority on its own. They are short by about 15 seats. This means that if Ishin had sided with the Democratic Party for the People on raising the income wall, we could have secured a significant permanent tax cut for the people. Yes, raising the income wall to 1.78 million yen would have required a budget of about 7 trillion. But that also means that 7 trillion would have gone directly into people's pockets, boosting the economy and even increasing tax revenue in the long run. Ishin should have supported the DPP's plan. Even if they didn't get the full amount, they could have at least pressured the ruling party to negotiate. This was a huge missed opportunity, and I am extremely disappointed in Ishin. By the way, recently, commentator Sakihei decided not to run for the upper house election under Ishin. Given what Ishin has done, I think that was the right decision. Now, while the income wall tax cut was watered down, there was another tax cut proposal on the tableau. You remember what it was? That's right, the abolition of the gasoline surtax. Back on December 11 last year, the ruling parties LDP and Komeito and the Democratic Party for the People reached an agreement to scrap the gasoline surtax. I thought this meant that by April, gas prices would drop by around 30 per liter. But things aren't that simple. Once again, there's a force working behind the scenes to block this tax cut. And guess who that is? That's right, it's Ishin again. I was about to get into this topic, but this video is already getting long. So, I'll stop here for now and continue in the next video. Stay tuned, because I am furious with Ishin. Make sure to check out the next video. Thanks for watching.
あなたはどうお考えでしょうか。ではまた。Good luck! チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いします。